because I represent and symbolize all the characteristics of a typical Igbo man. Yes, I've learned to be more Igbotic than I ever expected. As an Igbo man, I've perfected the act to be tenacious in any dream that I chase. To be industrious, be consistent, and powerfully focused. All the lessons I learned from the brothers in the tribe have made me dogged, hardworking, and exhibiting the ability and the capacity to survive in any kind of weather. Yes, I am an original wafo because Mamumu don't do. I am a
It's your mumu. Good evening, everyone. Mazes, okay, speaking to us. Is your mumu also enough? Yes, my mumuness is also enough. Sorry, let me change my lighting because I think, ooh, dotted. We are proudly dotted people. Good evening once more, everyone. Mazes okay still remains my name, and I am going to be your anchor, your host, your driver, but not an airplane driver. Your everything you can think of this evening. Join me in this journey to discover a crime scene called Nigeria. I said Nigeria is a crime scene. Let me know where you're watching me from. You may be watching me from Europe now. I know many of you. It's coming up on a Friday, and we're going to enjoy. Remember, tomorrow is a very exciting day. We will do as much as we can to analyze stuff, to make sense out of the senselessness happening around us. Everywhere we look, we see senselessness. The area for himself, the legend himself, the music that played, I'm going to be using it more often. He told us that his mumu don't do. Is your mumu done, or are you continuing in your mumuishness? Are you continuing in your mumuness? Are you continuing in your iberiberism? Open your eyes and let's come together and reason like a human. Let's come together and reason. If not church people, they say, let's come together and rob whatever they are robbing. But here, we are not robbing, so we are robbing what? Mind. And in robbing this mind, I tell us that I am a proud daughter. I am dotted on your dot. Now, that's what they call me, and I say to myself, why get angry? If someone says, you are an aeroplane driver, and you know you're actually an aeroplane driver, why get angry? So they've given you lemonade, you must be an idiot. If you are not able to they've given you lemon, you must be an idiot if you're not able to make a lemonade out of that lemon. So here we are dotted, unapologetically so. And I once more say good evening, my brothers and sisters who are joining me in this evening broadcast. I'm loving it, loving it, loving it. I can't love it enough. So before we do, let's do as we usually and always do. Let me start by taking roll call. So don't log out. We are not taking tight, but if you pay tight, we're not going to reject. Well, we are happy. I can see many of us. Emmanuel Bajide, I thank you, Emmanuel Bajide. Our Mumudandu. Yes, I am happiness much. Oh, Emmanuel is happiness. Emmanuel, I hope you're not willy. But again, now that Emmanuel has said that he's happiness more, I'll tell Emmanuel,
all right.
Also happiness.
Have you voted?
I'm voted, yeah.
Okay, so
I'm happiness, I'm voted, yeah.
tell me your feeling after voting today.
Yeah, after voting, I'm feeling okay. What I want, I get it on the result. I'm getting the party I want is the one going on. Thank you for that.
What are you expecting from these people you voted?
I'm voted, they can do what you want, and then when they want, what they want, inshallah, we're happiness more.
So, inshallah, we are happiness more. By the grace of the God, we are happiness more. By the grace of Chukwu Kikabiyama, by the grace of whatever. We are happiness more. Are you happiness more? Yes, I am happiness more. What else can you do? You walked into a crime scene where everybody is, mad people has taken over the asylum. What are you going to do? Shoot everyone? No. Develop a strategy. Look after your life. Do not kill yourself for, I don't know. Anyway, your happiness more. You know why I played that for my good brother is because I like it. Here is a Pan-African, yes, I'm Igbo, proudly so, unapologetic. Don't like it. Look for the next transformer that is not fenced and do justice to that. So that's me. But here we have every part of Africa represented. I have my good people of Yoruba land. They're all here. My brothers from the Hausa land, the Fulanese, the Mumuyis, the Kenuris, everybody is here. Why? Because we speak the truth. We explore the truth behind the headlines you read every single day. We explore, we dig deep. We want to know why events happen, not just that the events happen. Why? It helps us to understand what is happening. So, my good brother, Bajide, thank you very much. And now I have played your happiness more and you're happy. King M, salam. Salam, salam, salam. Salam alaikum. You're watching me from the United Kingdom. Obiora Ezos, Eze Aso. Wow. From Birmingham, United Kingdom. Ooh, Birmingham. I was in Birmingham the other day, a couple of weeks ago. Come on. International space. So someone is watching us from NASA station, Oh, Microfarad from Österreich, Austria. I say guten Abend, meine Liebe. Wie geht's euch? Ich hoffe alles gut. I have someone from Toronto, that's Henry Majebi. Wow, see, I love it. The reason I take a couple of minutes to read out these names, it gives me great pleasure to know that we are all human. We all converged here. Oh, Onyenimo, thank you yesterday. I even when you didn't turn your camera on, but at least I was able to you joined the conversation I had with the area father yesterday. Uche Patrick Ogodon. Wow. I love you all, guys. You make me happy. You are the reason why I'm happiness more. Austin Okoro, direct from the city of Obama's and Joe Biden's. And some of you will argue, why didn't you call Donald Trump? Well, your guess is as good as mine. Ancient Tiger is from France. Mokoma, Better Man is from Canada. I salute you, sir. Onyenimo. I always salute. The pleasure is mine. Michael Udochukwu. Good morning. Wow. India. Hello. Just pardon me. I just want to. Yeah. I want to speak a little bit about Bangladesh. Just messing up. Okay, more Greece. Thank you very much. So, how are we doing today, people? From what I've seen so far, I know that every continent of the planet Earth is here right now on this platform. North America, South America, Africa, Europe, Asia, Southeast Asia. See, Vine Maxwell, watching from Accra, Ghana, only about 33 million people, but Ghana is shaming Nigeria in all ramifications because Nigeria apparently is Benny. Kayani says he's watching from his location. I don't know your location. Apparently, Nigeria is the giant of Africa walking on a mosquito limb. Go figure. So, The adult grammar, I am happiness more, has been. Goodness. Are you not happiness more? I am happiness more. Listen, if you provoke me, I will do a willy willy.
On the hour from Niger Delta Broadcasting Service. My name is Andrew Uweri Okere Ajapasa. Yesterday, some angry Warri Jaguda boys carried dangerous weapons like a cutlass, iron pole. I went down to the Borikoko oil facility. When they reached there, the security people vanished into the bush like willy willy.
So, do you want me to vanish into the thin air like a willy willy? We have it all here. We are able to vanish, disappear, reappear, multi-appear, and vanish appear. So, go figure again. Oh, Anna Yoka watching from United Kingdom. Okay, people. Now me. Oh, wow. Man, you guys. See, everywhere on planet Earth, someone is watching from Miami. Miami. Vine Maxwell says, a great nation. Let me pull it up. A great nation. Ruled by a quota system certificate. You're talking about certificate. Man, you're going too far. If I tell you that I am a pilot by affidavit, because it appears affidavit is what obviously rules. For those of you who are still in Europe, bear in mind this T-shirt is now in the United Kingdom. If you want this T-shirt, you can send an email to njenjemedia@gmail.com, and you can sort out the postage, and if payment is made through PayPal, you get that next day delivery or max 2 days. You can rock it like me. This one is ash color. I have the blue one, I have the black one, I have the white one. Again, I say to you, no apologies. It's not a crime. I haven't killed anyone. I haven't insulted anyone. I'm only saying you called me something, gave me lemon. I am making a very sweet lemonade out of it. Don't like my lemonade? Do not buy. That's all. So, now, if we come back to the conversation this evening, many of you know that the Tokyo Olympic Game is on. And in these, Nigeria, the Nigerian Sports Federation, or whatever they call themselves, has gone to disgrace Nigeria. And disgrace they did, to the point that a multi-million-dollar deal they had with Puma was cancelled. You see, the same corruption that wrecked Nigeria, that the reason why Nigeria is not working, the reason why a people that promised you that we are going to bring change, when the time came for change to be brought, they changed the change they promised. Now everyone is confused. What are they bringing? We took our rascality to a global level, to a point that a global sports is what you've gotten into, and you've displayed yourself again. If it's in Nigeria, if this had happened in Nigeria, all you could hear is, we will investigate. Akoini, don't worry, we set up a funnel. A funnel of investigation is going to look into the issue that has to do with Ifuma. Then after the whole thing, when the panel submits its report, and we, the reporters, will ask, Honorable Minister, can you tell us what is happening regarding this report? Say, you see this report? We are going to set up a funnel to look into the report of the funnel. Now, so we go the funnel. 10 years, 20 years will pass and nothing will happen. Is it not in this country that in 2015, a certain people won election? They looked both of us You watching me now, they looked us in the eyes and told us that they were going to reveal names of those they said returned money. Oh, billions were returned. People were returning money every single day. We're going to make their names public. People, 6 years. Now, wow. Now, wow. Somebody said, Mazi, they didn't see your name. I said, well, I don't see my name. 6 years down the line, for Christ's sake. No one is talking about that again. Not a single thing is done. 6 years down the line. Oh, before the election, if we win this election, if I bought me for this election, I will put my what did they call me? I will put my assets. We will submit assets declaration. Then we voted them in assets declaration. No, there is never a time. That is the voice of Femi. There is never a time the presidency promised that he's going to give you the assets declaration form. The presidency did not. That was the media saying that. Oh, well, so all of us, our brains have become coconut, right? Okay. Suddenly you denied. You told us in Chatham House, I promise in Nigeria, I will drive. I will not drive a private jet. Jonathan is very corrupt because Jonathan has 13 aircraft. He's supposed to sell it and put it into Nigerian air. Wallahi, the last time I flew out of Nigeria, I used Air Nigeria. You know where we landed. A nation of a shameless group of people that started Nigerian Air in Farnborough, in Surrey, United Kingdom, precisely in England, started in PowerPoint, ended in PowerPoint. The plane took off in PowerPoint and landed in PowerPoint, and oh no, it crashed. In Nigeria, all the money spent gone down the drain. Has anybody held accountable? Nah. Fino said it, Agua de Riago. You can hold your own accountable. And where are we? That's what they promised us. Lagos Ibadan Expressway. Tony Anini is a thief. This one is a thief. The other one is a thief. If you vote us into power, we will make sure that Lagos Ibadan Expressway will be finished. Onya Osaka Asotolobaya ka ofunanya. Lagos Ibadan Expressway is fantastically finished. Even self, you can close your eye the moment you leave or close your eye before you apply brake. You have gone beneath bypass and you're actually approaching the downhill in Abo. That's how fantastic it is 6 years later. Yeah, government. I know be my mouth when I go here say government no do well. Woo, the road, I love it. The road is good. It's fantastic. You know, if you use it, you are going to be happiness more. Enugu Onitsha. I argued. He said, Mazi, you hate this person, you hate the other person. Please let it be known I hate nobody, but I hate incompetence. It has been fixed. You want me to show you how the road looks like? Excellent. Fixed. Wow. Looking so nice. Excellently done. Excellently done. Fantastic job. Why wouldn't you be happy? Why? Tell me. Why would you not be happy? If I show you the road now, you see that road can only be found. Listen, we are teaching North Korea. No country in Europe has such road because we are teaching the world how to build road. You want to see? You want to see? Okay, I'll show you. Let's see how that road looks like. so that we understand what I'm talking about. Yet you tell me, oh, the Dutch nation, they are not happy, they're unappreciative that the PDP stole for 16 years and we have stolen for 8 years, but PDP didn't fix it. Okay, are you fixing it? Oh.
They go to the road no way na sink is it? Huh? They go down. They go to trailer no. Tag it there. Like you do so. Like you do so. Huh? Hey, they go down. They go to Mbise. They go to Mbise dinner. They go to Mbise dinner. Titi Major Express. They go down. Yeah. Yeah. Ugu Onyama na Enugu State. They go to Kusiedi. Chai.
Are you happiness more? Yes, I am happiness more because this road, very fantastic road, is done. So why would you not sing praises? Why would you not, say you have done fantastic well? Yes, of course you have. I mean, my mouth is saying, you've done well. Now, again, Nigeria is a crime scene. When I say crime scene, we are looking for the criminal. It's a crime scene. Without further ado, let's get into the Olympics. So many of you said you want my video to be less than an hour, our endeavor, but I can't promise you. But let's see. Because when we want to look at these issues, it might take time. We always want a quick fix, quick. And at the end of the day, we get nowhere. Olympics. Shame. Let's look at that conversation.
On Tuesday, Nigerians were shocked to see a video shared by Chukwuebuka Enekwochi, a track and field athlete representing the country at the Tokyo Olympics, washing his only jersey ahead of the shot put final at the ongoing Summer Games. The now viral clip, which was uploaded on his Instagram page, was accompanied.
Before we blow too much grammar, people, you know what it is. Look at this young man with all these muscles. Not any part of his body, as the muscles are, had anything to do with Nigeria. These are self-made. He used his money, paid for his training, paid for everything. He's a shot put thrower. Look at him. Very, very hefty. Now, he came to represent a country that calls himself a nation, where he should be given dozens of jerseys. When he wears it, all he needs, if let's say he wins, he can actually use it and throw and give somebody or autograph it on it, say this is it. But what happens? He was only given one. When he after using it, he comes back. You know what it means? For Christ's sake, what manner of humiliation? How come, he comes back from the game. He goes into the restroom, washes it, hangs it at the air condition so that by the next day he's going to go for another game. It's dry. Who did we offend? Please, if you know any God we offend, I will donate 1 ram. Let's go and beg them. Who did we offend? It's unbelievable. It's madness, crazy.
By caption, quote, "When you qualify for Olympics final, but you have only one jersey," end quote. The video confirms speculations that the sport kits provided by the German sportswear and accessories manufacturer Puma had not been distributed to the Nigerian contingent at the Olympics. Earlier, Nigerian athletes had complained of maladministration and logistical mishaps by the country's sports authorities.
Do you know, look at Nigerian team. You see, Nigeria would eventually make everybody become an agitator. A country that is a crime scene. Everybody becomes an agitator. People, children, young ones, 17, 18, 19, 20, innocent. I say innocent, yes, because they have nothing. to do with the government. They trained on their own, gave all to represent, to wear a jersey of the nation that ought to be their pride. Suddenly, they came into Tokyo. Do you know what? The telephone, Samsung telephone that was given to them, the authorities grabbed them. People from China, Germany, Canada, everywhere, Russia, they were given the same phone. But in Nigeria, you give these guys the same phone. Authorities, you know this, why is everybody a thief? It must not be in government, but everybody is a thief, whether you're in government or not. Look at them. This is their protest picture. Because at some point they were protesting. You're not treating us right. Look at what is written there. The brown business protest. These children were protesting. We never had such madness. Protesting because from A to Z, everybody is just trying to flex.
Chimezie Metu, a D-Tigers power forward, also blamed the Nigeria Olympic Committee and Sports Ministry for Nigeria's woeful performance at the ongoing Olympics. But just as all this was sinking in, Puma yesterday announced that it had terminated its 4-year contract with the AFN. Well, to discuss the mismanagement of Nigeria's participation at the Olympics and why Puma decided to pull out of its deal with the AFN, we are being joined by former Minister of Sports, Solomon Dalong, and Vice President of the AFN, Sunday Adeleye. Good morning, gentlemen, and welcome to the show. Well, we're told Minister Dalong would join us in the course of this conversation, but Mr. Adeleye, thank you so much for joining us.
Well, Sunday Adeleye, it's good to have you on the show. Yes, a few days ago, I was coaching you on this same program. And I said that the problem that we had with the athletics integrity unit with regard to doping and the out of competition test, that you had raised an alarm as far back as March or April 2020, but nobody listened to you. And now we also have this Puma Kids controversy. Now, all of you involved in this athletics federation of Nigeria, don't you sometimes feel ashamed or guilty that because of the conflict, conflict, you have misled Nigeria, you have created the kind of embarrassment that we're seeing in Tokyo Olympics at this time? You may say, well, you serve notice that the problems will come, but all of you, I think, are guilty. And I have been saying that if it is possible to sanction some of you, you know, Nigeria should do that. What's your response?
Well, thank you very much, Doctor. You see, I really appreciate coming on your program this morning to clear the airwaves. Well, the problem is not the federation, it's not the Athletics Federation of Nigeria. A lot of people are getting it actually wrong because the problem is the ministry and the Minister of Youth and Sport.
All person.
We have issues as a board, as a federation, but it has never gotten...
You see, ball person is the minister. Yes, I agree, it's the minister. None of you have ever publicly, because what I tell people is, listen, if something is happening wrong and you do not speak up, you're part of it. Speak up. Let us know that you want. No, there is this Igbo adage that says the falcon came to pick the chick, you know, of the mother hen. The mother hen knows that it cannot compete with the falcon as regards to height and speed. But what does he do? The mother hen shouts, screams for the world to hear the voice loud and clear. Not that she was going to go after the falcon to rescue the chick. Then I ask, gentlemen, why are you not speaking up when it should matter? Why are you not? Why are you keeping mute? Now you want to bulk pass. Oh, it's not me. It's the minister. It's this person. It's the other one. Why?
To this level, no federation in Nigeria today that has no problem one or the other, where you have board members having issues, but it has never gotten to this level. But the Minister of Sport has taken side.
Sorry, again, you see, people, many of you watching me now, I think we should stop this. When, someone said, what do you expect when Aboki is the minister? That's a very wrong statement. Competence has nothing to do with your tribe. Please, let's get that straight. Competence has nothing to do with your tribe. By the way, the Minister of Sports is not an Aboki, is not a Northerner. The Minister of Sports is actually a Yoruba man. So it does, but again, it doesn't matter. What we look at is the quality of work and how diligent you are in delivering your the assigned tasks. It's not about your tribe. So let's please not make any conversation on this platform center on tribe, but on the individual, because there is no tribe that you go on to today that you do not have competent people and you do not have thieves, that you do not have looters and you do not have those that will disgrace you. Okay, so that's on a side note. Let's continue.
Even against all odds, even when the Federal High Court of Nigeria had said he should stay away from the business of athletics, he appealed that judgment, and then the Court of Appeal in Abuja also said he should stay away. But the man is resolute, and he said he's going to destroy some certain people because he has a problem with them. So when it comes like that, we are trying to work. Okay, there was a warning sign where I came out to say this is going to happen, and he said no, he's going to do whatever he wants to do. What do? We came out on this issue of Puma. We brought the matter up again. His head bent. He came out, and the ministry came out publicly to say they were not going to use the kids. So what do? How can we be sanctioned? We have only tried our own best to better athletics in Nigeria, to promote. We're being patriotic, but I think the man is not a patriotic Nigerian, and that is why we're here. Because if he's a patriotic Nigerian, he will at least respect these judgments from the Federal High Court and then from the Court of Appeal.
Oh, those are damning allegations against the sports minister. But Mr. Dele, stay with us. I hear that the former...
You see, why I don't understand, why I always want us to stay on issue and not on tribe. Now, some of the people that have made claim before that this guy is a northerner. Now look at it. This guy is a southwesterner. When issues border on competence, the person that actually made that comment to all of them to be sacked, Ruben Abati, is a Yoruba man. Adeleye sitting down here, the guy on black and white, is a Yoruba man. The minister himself of sports is a Yoruba man. Now, 3 Yoruba people discussing Nigeria without any mention of region, tribe, what ethnicity, or whatever you may call it, but on competence. How competent is the person in question? Is he able to deliver on most of all these things? That is what I believe should bother you and I. Actually, if we used patriotic run pegs and run holes and things are working the way it ought to, not many Nigerians actually should bother where somebody comes from. But when it becomes a case of using a position to oppress others, then that's where I believe many Nigerians really do have issues with.
Sports Minister Solomon Dalong has now joined us. Good morning, Mr. Dalong. Thank you for joining us on the morning show.
Good morning, Nigerians.
Great. And so I'm sure you've been following all of this drama and embarrassment that has been happening so far. I don't know if you heard Mr. Adele blame the Minister of Sports squarely for what has happened. But you were once a minister in the same position. What do you think the problem is here? Do you also blame the Minister of Sports?
Well, leadership is about taking responsibilities.
Hello? Go ahead, we can hear you, Mr. Dalong.
Hello?
Go ahead, we can hear you.
Yes, leadership is about taking responsibilities. And when things go wrong, somebody has to be responsible. The entire drama of shame is unavoidable. But the national interest was here sacrificed for personal interest. And this is what has brought this state of shame the country found itself. Because, I mean, one should be able to provide the leadership. And the leader here is the minister. So he shouldn't have gone to the level of condescending down to the arena to join issues with people he is supposed to be supervised. When I came in office, I inherited a contract of kitting Team Nigeria by a big company in China. I did not discontinue the contract. I did not go into it, but rather I consolidated on it and ensured that at the end of the day, the contract was delivered. So the crisis in AFN is even not the issue. The main issue is that the national federations were dissolved a month to Olympics. Therefore, disbanding all those officials who had been training the athletes for over 2 years or 3 years, and then...
You know why I'm laughing? Mr. Lalong had one famous quote. He said, the money has been spent. The money has been spended. So since that time, when he talks like a Boy Scout, I don't take offense, but I call him spended. So now, even from his conversation and line of thought, I think he's also spended anyway. So, okay. Okay, you're spended, Beacon. Oh, yeah. But bottom line is, people, the bottom line here is very simple. That Nigeria eventually lost these contracts. You know, Puma took back this contract. That's it. There is no beating around the bush about it. We've lost it. It is gone. Now, thank you everyone once more for joining me. We have close to 500 people watching on across the various media platforms. That's normally much lower than what we do have, but obviously YouTube has started the suppression again. Do me a favor, just click the like button, share the stream with your friends, family, and your WhatsApp groups. Just click exit the chat for those of you in the chat, and just click the like button, please. Click the like button. Again, the Olympics, we've disgraced ourselves, so I don't want to dwell much in that Olympics anymore. But I need to move down to the southwest and Abuja, which is that those arrested in Igbohos house have been released. Those arrested in Igbohos house have been released. Now, but before I go to southwest, I need to tell us the following. We blame the government. True, the government is doing theirs. The government is destroying the moral fabric of the nation. And sadly, when I say this with utmost regret, that sadly, when you look back to the citizenry, it appears the citizens are not doing any better at all as well. It appears the citizens are not also helping. Recently, there was a couple of months back, I made a video, or rather, I made a video on one man in Anambra State, to be precise, called Njenje Jesus. And eventually, the state government took action after petitions were written, and now it appears he's back on track again. It's not that he's in trade, but those who actually go there to patronize. Now you see what happened in Olympics. This is what those in government are doing to us. This is also what we as Nigerians, as citizens, are doing to ourselves. Then I ask myself, how do we think that by bringing Coke and Fanta bread and pour powder on us, getting abusing rams, clutching their legs, make them not to be movable, and perform these useless and nonsensical rituals, how that on earth will think that our brain, that will make you rich? This is about 7 minutes video, but let me just show you about 30 seconds video. 30 seconds. You understand? That summarizes what I just said. 30 seconds video. Look at it.
Money.
Now, how did we get to a point that our brains are so warped that our brains are no longer functioning to believe that by mere shouting of money, there is nothing. I see here those hallelujah and amen typing army. Those that will say, I tap this blessing, they will be typing amen. I see no difference with them and those who
Money.
Nwaanyị obi agụ oke nne nwaanyị anyanwụ na-agbara masịrị ego bachọ
and to know that this happens in my own state of Anambra. And anyone who thinks that I will not speak up against this manner of madness, you must be mistaken. Because, a hallmark of any serious, social critic is the ability to, it doesn't matter if it's my father, I'll take him on. This happens in my state. And, watching it, I'm thinking, now, the environmental degradation of after the whole madness, they will yank all these plastic bottled and everything in the water. And we do not think about, if our forefathers actually were that stupid and silly, what would they have left for us today? We would have any river at all, or all the rivers wouldn't have been clogged. And for the people to even come on and think that by just shouting this manner of rubbish, that they're going to be rich. Come on, I feel so sad. On the other hand, you think, do you blame the government for such manner of thing happening? I don't, honestly, I look at it, I'm somewhat dumbfounded, because who do I actually blame? Many of us who say Nigeria is a joke. Yes, it is. But on the areas we have to take individual responsibilities, have we actually done that? Have we taken these responsibilities as individuals? Have we? Yes, the state is failing us. The state has failed us. But question remains, have we taken that individual responsibility the way we ought to have? Think about it, honestly. Now, I move down to the release of Igbohos, AIDS, and this happened.
Igbohos' house have now been granted bail, but it's not coming cheap.
Now, I want us to pay attention, please here. I'll play this again. I draw your attention to these men, the way they were walking. Just before I say anything, pay attention to the way. Look at them. Pay attention to the way they were walking.
The people detained during a raid on Sunday Igbohos' house have now been granted bail, but it's not coming cheap.
Did you notice anything the way they were walking? Is it that they were in chain? Or let me probably do a full screen so that you might get the gist of what I'm about to say. Is it that they were in chains? Or that something happened to their legs, not one, not two, not three. Pay attention again.
The people detained during a raid on Sunday Igbohos' house have now been granted bail, but it's not coming cheap.
Now, this is what I call abuse. Whatever has happened to them must be condemned. It's either, in my estimation, that they've been chained, abused, hate. For what? For being in someone's house. But again, I just, anyway, let's continue.
8 of them have been ordered to pay 5 million naira, while the remaining 4 must pay 10 million naira. The Department of State Services opposed the move, saying 4 of those in custody are neck deep in the case. They haven't been charged with anything yet, but their leader, Igboho, is accused of inciting ethnic hatred and stockpiling arms.
Justice is the same thing, justice is equal. What's fundamental for us is that these people should be given justice. We are actually here because of their liberty, and the court has granted them their liberty. So it does not matter what are the terms of the bail. What's important is that they have been granted bail. And we're very, very glad about this. You see, when you talk about justice, it's like a glass cup. When you put water in it, it's a glass cup of water. When you put wine in it, it's a glass cup of wine. When you put tea in it, it's a glass cup of tea. When you put Sunday Igboho in that same glass cup, it's a glass cup of Sunday Igboho. What is essential is that there must be justice for every citizen of Nigeria. And we are glad today that the court has confirmed this. If you listen to the work and the industry put into the ruling of the court, you understand that there's a need for most of our security agencies to quickly begin to learn the business of the rule of law. So we are very happy about the judgment.
The accused will remain in DSS custody until they meet the bail conditions, including finding 2 people to stand as surety for them.
Now, there are 2 things I must note here. One is, I would not be surprised to hear that they met their bail conditions and they were not released. Would I also be surprised to read from them that they were abused? Some of you are saying here that it appears, the way they were working, someone said, Jimo Tijani says, game turns in the leg, whatever that means. Then my good friend Laura Quinn, you haven't still sent me your address for the t-shirt that you earned yourself. So Laura Quinn said, yes, it's like they have big balls. And I look at the way they work and I'm like, there is something fundamental wrong here. Something is not right. Something is not correct. And your guess will be, your guess is as good as mine. Why? In that way they worked. Your guess is as good as mine. You keep asking yourself, when are people going to start taking responsibilities? You hear in that report that 4 people, DSS objected that they should not be released. Yet, in the same report, it says they've not been charged. And you're like, wait a minute. Did I just read this? Did I just hear this right? Did the judge not hear this? These people have not been charged, yet someone is objecting their release. You haven't charged them with any crime. Getting to 2 months, yet you cannot release them. Man, at the beginning I was happiness more, but now I'm no longer happiness more. Because this is arrant nonsense. And that's the reason we must continue to speak up. When an injustice is done to one of us, that injustice has been done to all of us. It doesn't matter our tribe. It doesn't matter our sexual orientation. It doesn't matter our color. It doesn't matter nothing matters as long as we are all human. What matters is, if you cut Mazezoke's fingers today, if you cut me open, what's going to come out is blood. And you cut the next person open, it doesn't matter who he is, where he comes from. Blood is the same thing that will come out. And that's what makes us human. That's what makes us known as the human species. An injustice done to any of us must be spoken against. In the days of the First Reich, Esther Reich in German, then first they came for the doctors. No one spoke because he wasn't a doctor. They came for the professors. No one spoke. They came for reverends. And they came for the Jews. The people didn't speak because they weren't Jewish. But now when they came for you who do not have any profession, all those lawyers, professors, doctors, Jews that could have spoken up are no more to be found. An injustice done to one is an injustice done to all of us. If we can bring down the ethnic hatred and ethnic tension, let our brains not be used by those elite to hate ourselves, but look and see beyond what they are trying to ignite amongst us and begin to fix our eyes on the ball that they are the ones using the state apparatus to hold us down. And that is where the resistance, in my view, should be, because we are all human, last. Now, my move now to, again, come back to obviously come back to construction here. Remember, there is this construction called Coastal Rail. This Coastal Rail was supposed to go from Lagos to Niger, to the Niger Delta. And what then happened? That was meant to be under Goodluck Jonathan. Sadly, Goodluck Jonathan in his time did jack all. He did not do anything. Now, suddenly, all we hear is that there's been disapproval for this coastal road to be constructed. And I said to myself, is this for real? Or are these people basically taking us for a ride for the second time? Let's watch.
Newspapers from around the world. It's Arise News analyst Emmanuel Efeni. Great Malabite, good morning.
Abachi. Good morning, Mr. Oseni.
Morning, sir.
Good morning, Miss Omara.
Good morning.
Yes.
The queen of the screen. Complete it.
Rehabilitation of Warri Kaduna Coastal Rail. Construction of Lagos Calabar Coastal Rail. Endorses acquisition of 20% stake in Dangote Refinery. Silver. Rehabilitation of Warri Kaduna refineries to go up $1.484 billion. NMPC misses 6-month revenue projection by 1.1 trillion naira. Now, two stories there. Let's start with the one that interests me most, the Lagos Calabar Coastal Rail, because that would pass through my home state. And this has been in the works for quite some time. There's also the Coastal Road, which will shorten the distance between Lagos and Calabar and other southern states, and not really taking off over time. This approval is the cash ready. The Vice President presided over this fake meeting. I hope somebody will not tell me when the President comes that that is not priority. But we are happy, we're interested, and we'll monitor the disbursement. I hope the money is available.
Where would you get money? You're going to go and borrow because you're not making enough money. You're not. The little one you make is being stolen. Now, the governance of this country has moved to London. Your president, the man who told you in Chatham House, saying he will discourage medical tourism if elected, he became president. He became the chief medical tourist. The man who told you that he was going to fix things, he's fixing it from London. I wonder why people haven't actually visited him to say welcome to him. The man who said he was going to do all these things, now these things are not being done. And here we are. Day before yesterday, we saw Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. His boy governor in Lagos State, Sanwo-Olu, flew into London to tease Tinubu. Honestly, I don't know. The thing makes me sick because West, North, South, East, they all act in the same manner. What on earth? Why would you fly into Lagos into London to see Tinubu? At least that flight alone, you have lost 2 days. Is there no serious issues you're doing in office that you have just lose that 2 days because you want to go and teach Tinubu in London? For what? All of them, all the APC party leadership now, many of them, they are in London plotting. I hear even the ones contesting for Anambra State governorship under APC, they are all in London now. It's London, capital of Nigeria, yet these men will go to London. Many of them will use their Taxify. Many of them will use Uber. Many of them will use the London Underground. Many of them will come out 12 o'clock at night and see the street light walking. Go anywhere, go to hospital sick, and someone treats them. You know the funny part? Some of them doctors are Nigerians. As we speak, the doctors have gone on strike. In Nigeria, 6 years getting to 8 years, someone knows he's sick. He can't even build a befitting hospital to take care of himself. Even if he leaves office so that he will have a place. Even if I do not say don't come and don't build in my state, go to Castina and build a befitting hospital. For Christ's sake, you're a human being. No. I'll go to London. I have my medical doctor. It's in London. I have to go see my doctor. My doctor is in London. Come on. You know, sometimes you talk about Nigeria, man. You just get frustrated, honestly. Because things that you think will make sense, both on the political scene and even as humans, the responsibilities we should take. Before now, I played us this video from Anambra State, from Njenje Jesus, and you ask yourself, these are humans. How did our brain come to a point that someone will brainwash you to believe that by killing a ram, pouring Coke and Fanta into a river will make you rich? Yet, and pour powder. Growing up, what do we call this powder? Dusting powder. Damn, man, I got to go look for dusting powder. The one where they use when heat hammer you rashes all over your body. They'll pour dusting powder on you, and you walk. Probably sometimes at night you come out, somebody will shout blood of Jesus because you look like Willy. That's where we are. That's where you are. We're talking about Costal Road. And this guy, the commentator, basically said it. We hope that because Osibanjo presided over FEC meeting yesterday, now he approved this. We do hope that once the president comes back, that we are not going to start saying, oh, there is no money to do it because it's in the South. Yet the golden goose that lays the golden egg is not able to have anything meaningful. But it is easy because, yes, I was told it's business and it is business to build it to Niger, to Maradi, isn't it? We're here, our own. No, I wouldn't blame so much. By the way, when we were in charge, what did we do? After all, someone was there. It was his own area, and he did nothing. But I think our Mumu will soon do. Our Mumu will soon do.
Meeting. I hope somebody will not tell me when the president comes that that is not priority. But we are happy, we're interested, and we'll monitor the disbursement. I hope the money is available. Whether we have to borrow one more time to deal with this project, because I'm one of those who have criticized Rotimi Amechi that he has been embarking as Minister of Transportation on rail construction almost everywhere except in the south. Here we have it, and we hope it is for real. Now, as for the refineries, Rotus quarreled with rehabilitating Warri and Kaduna refineries. Are these refineries scrap that should be sold as scrap? I don't think so. Because recall that Obasanjo administration, in the twilight of that administration, sold off some refineries. And one of those who actually made bid was a certain Aliko Dangote, who today is building the biggest refinery. So for Dangote to stake a claim, then it means there's something in that refinery that you can still turn around and make profit. Aliko Dangote, the last time I checked, is not chairman of a charity organization. So if the refurbishment, the rehabilitation of these refineries can bring them on stream, then so be it. Because that will put paid to this importation of fuel, which you will agree is quite disgraceful for a country that produces, that has so much crude oil, to ship crude oil out and import refined products. So we keep a tab on these matters, that this refurbishment, of course, will, starting with the Port Harcourt, which has gone some way, and from the statement from the Ministry of Petroleum Resources, before long, some aspects of that refinery should start producing. Now, other newspapers are reporting the same stories. The Tribune newspaper, FEC backed federal government acquisition of 2.76 billion minority stake in Dangote refinery. OK's award of 11.1 Costal rail project. Warri Kaduna refineries rehabilitation to go up 1.4 billion. Now, the News Direct newspaper, mixed reaction trail $1.4 billion contract for Warri Kaduna refineries rehabilitation. Yes, mixed reaction expectedly, because some believe that we hope this will not be money down the drain again. But the Business Day newspaper, local firms eye assets as Shell, others exit onshore operations. Seplat, Chapa among top contenders.
Well, I hope many of you actually understand what was said in that news article. If you understand, you would be worried why we are taking so much money to buy stake in Dangote. Yet, the refineries that we have, may somebody remind me who is the Minister of Petroleum for the last 6 years? Yet, the ministry, that Minister of Petroleum, in fact, the minister is a very incompetent minister. I don't care who he is, he's very incompetent. The Minister of Petroleum is incompetent, that he's the refineries under his ministry incapable of refining a damn crude oil, yet people are being paid every day. People go to work, people get leave allowance, people get all their emoluments, yet the Ministry of petroleum is incapable of refining any crude oil. What an utter shame. You know what it is? You have a cassava plantation. In fact, let's say you have a palm oil plantation, palm oil plantation. No? In your palm oil plantation, you produce so much palm oil, but you go to the market. All they say, palm oil has climbed though. You'll be shouting, hey, oh, now why this palm oil price has crashed though? The thing is increasing now. But you produce palm kernel. You're daft and you're idiotic enough not to even to know locally to put it in mortar and use pesto to grind it to make what ofaku, or to even make a bitter leaf soup. You're idiotic and you're silly that you cannot pound it to extract it, use. But at the back of your plantation, you see some of your workers, they want to cook small soup. They're pounding it to use it for their soup and maybe extract more and sell. Their own. You go and look at them, you go and bring task force, destroy everything, that even the mortar that they are using in pounding it. After destroying it, what do? Not that you will start producing so that you give them their share. No. After producing, what do? You go and buy. You go to the market. The thing you have sold, maybe one basket full, you have sold 500 naira. You now go to the market and go and buy 1 liter, 3,000. Tell me why, if that person is fit for purpose. Tell me if creators in the scores is not just for decorative purposes. Tell me. Just a simple analogy. Bring it home. Simple analogy. Is the person fit for purpose in any way, shape, or form? Because when you apply this same principle, you understand what happened in Tokyo. Puma gave you all these things. Let me upload one video. You see. Puma gave you all these diseases that you need to give to these people. No, you didn't want to. Why? Because of the same corruption. All you wanted to do is want to go buy so that you can undercut, uppercut, middle cut, and make money. Everybody's just, I said it at the beginning, Nigeria is a crime scene. Nigeria is a crime scene. Let's look at this clip once more. Because I forgot to play this clip before. Just watch this clip quickly. You understand what I mean? That people are basically just, being, just watch, look at it here. For the benefit of those who, now, this is what Puma gave Nigeria. And we discarded this. And what did we do? We went to go and buy one jersey for them. So when they finish, they will go and a friend here, with Worship Media, they told me how they came to Canada one other time to come and play games. To a point that these girls had nothing to eat. They were only smoking. They are smoking. His house turned a place of refuge to feed Nigerians who came to represent their own nation. Shame. Look at it. Given to Nigeria. We discarded this and given to Nigeria, and we want to go and buy so that we can make money. Oh, low Bruku, Yoruba people. Yeah. We discarded this. Probably this now might be in the market for sale. So why won't Puma pull out and discard this deal? So how can you ever convince them that you have brains, that you can be engaged? How? And remember, These are the 2.7. Now, this I have an accompanying message here. Now, this is the, basically these are the 2.7 million dollar free kit donated to Nigeria by Puma. And added to that, Puma had an offer of a financial reward to our medal-winning athletics, which was rejected by the officials. They instead used public fund to purchase from other sources. Why would they do that? So that they can build big houses. They can buy big cars to oppress you and I. They can, by the time they leave as ministers, probably buy private jets and probably marry 1, 2, 3 more wives. Become oppressors. They can move with more mobile police officers. More mobile police officers. Consequently, because of this madness, Puma has terminated our 4-year contract with Nigeria over the embarrassing scandal and has pitched the ANF officials against Nigerian Ministry of Youth and Sports due to the 2.7 million kits sponsorship. Think about it. Somebody is going to, all you need is wear this jersey on your dot. Oh. Actually, it's giving me an idea, actually. Maybe I will sponsor them. Print this jersey, this for them. If you wear it, I don't bloody care, in green, white, green, just on your dot. I will sponsor the next one, next Olympic. On your dot. So this one was Puma, cancelled 2.7 million contract. We'll make it 3 million contract. Supply you free of charge. Condition, our brand, on your dot, you have to wear it. So because you cannot draw a circle without that dot, and that dot is the starting point. So let that starting point sponsor it. People, do you agree? Let's vote, yes or no. Isn't it? While we talk, we get new ideas. So we sponsor them. Puma pulled out, they pulled, Puma pulled out, we are not going to pull out, we are going to dot in. Puma pulled out, we dot in, because we are dotted people. But on a serious note, you think about these things, it just makes you angrier and it gets you worked up. And these are people who are representing us. These are people making decisions on our behalf. You ask yourself, what manner of decisions would they make on our behalf? Huh? What manner of decisions? Anyway, I just to calm down, let me I'll probably bring in Area Father to just give us music interlude.
Waka Buhari Waka. People are dying. Oh yeah, Buhari, back and go. Back and go. Buhari, back and go. Back and go. We don't tire for this your change, oh. Back and go. You won't kill us again and again, no. Back and go. Our mumu don't do waka. Our eye don't shine waka. Like government waka. Waka. Uru government waka. Make you waka, oh. Waka. Make you waka, oh. Waka. Waka 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 waka.
Hey, waka 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 waka. Hey, that's so would they waka, my people. So we have waka enough tonight. I think many of you are agreeing. So let's make them an offer. Tell them if you're willing to, wear our dot t-shirt. We are going to sponsor you in the Olympics. For many of you watching me, kindly share this video and remember to like this stream. Like it, just click the like button. Raise the bar, raise the temperature. Raise the temperature. Raise the temperature. Waka 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 waka. Hey. again, like I said before we conclude, Nigeria as it is today is nothing but a crime scene. Join me tomorrow as we look into the much awaited program that we have for tomorrow. Again, people, once more, I'm happy to have you, or rather, I'm happy to have had you today. It has been an enlightening moment, but at some point, when you look at some of these things that we do, and they make you angry, but we must continue to, strive to expose and to look at these things dispassionately, not making it an ethnic, divide issue, but a place where we review information and look at issues devoid of emotions. And hopefully we are going to get to the promised land one day. On that note, for many of you, like Onyenimo, who are happiness more, you are free to happiness more. Okay, so people, I was no longer happiness more, but as it is, it appears, if you look at me now, the way I am feeling, this is the way I'm feeling.
Our economic is doing like this. It's doing like this. It's blinking, shaking.
So that's the way I'm feeling now. I'm doing like this. I'm blinking, I'm shaking, I'm blinking. I'm blinking, I'm shaking. But at the end of the day, proudly dotted. That's who I am. And I'll say, thank you very much for joining me, and see you next time.
I represent and symbolize all the characteristics of a typical Igbo man. Yes, I've learned to be more Igbotic than I ever expected. As an Igbo man, I've perfected the act to be international in any dream that I chase. To be industrious, be consistent, and powerfully focused. All the lessons I learned from the brothers in the tribe have made me dogged, hardworking, and exhibiting the ability and the capacity to survive in any kind of weather. Yes, I am an original Wafo because